Hello skis, my name is Araceli Salazar and this is going to be my draw my life video. I'm just going to give you guys a quick tour of my life even though you didn't ask for it. Just kidding, this is going to be my Ace 110 video. So what does success mean to me? My outer definition of success would be getting a degree, making my family proud, owning a home, having a stable income, and perhaps owning a Tesla. So, basically being a Kardashian. My inner definition would be something along the lines of using what I learned in my major, environmental science, and my minor, political science, to better myself as an individual and help those around me. At the end of the day, my long term goal is to be satisfied with myself and my personal journey with sustainability, and hopefully one day be part of the change that helps move society as a whole to a more sustainable future. OnCourse has given me a few tips that I believe will help me in everything, but right now I'm using them in my personal life. The first one is accepting personal responsibility and making wise choices. Being the first girl in a Hispanic family is with 5 extremely overbearing and protective brothers and a dad, it was really easy to fall into a victim mindset. I often thought things like, I'm late because I didn't wake up my brother, but I didn't want to because he worked late. Or I couldn't do the homework assignment because my dad asked me to do the dishes and I can't say no to my dad. This mentality was a huge influencer on many of the decisions I made, and I always found myself caring too much about how my choices would benefit others instead of making choices that would benefit me. This happened to me earlier in the semester when I had to work Thursdays, but I wanted to attend a trio of financial literacy meetings. I could have asked my coworkers to cover my shift, but more likely than not, they all would have said they couldn't because they couldn't work them in the first place. Or I could have called in sick every Thursday and, just pretended to be sick. But how would that work if the meetings were weekly for 4 weeks? I was a little scared to talk to my boss, though, because I wasn't sure how she would take it. I could lie or just, make something up, but I decided to be honest with her and say that I would just like them off to attend a meeting. Turns out she was completely understanding. ACE 110 also taught me about self discipline, and I'm determined to practice this in my academics, especially next semester. Because my first one was a little rough, but we get through it. Also, something ACE 110 taught me. And you just got to look through the future and see what you can do to improve, which I think I could improve in my self discipline. There are 3 essential ingredients for a big old bowl of self discipline, and those are being committed, being focused, and being persistent. You have to make a commitment to yourself to get a degree and learning as much as you can, and doing what is necessary to stay focused will go a long way. But the biggest component I find I need to work on is being persistent, and in general, remembering that just because something doesn't work out the first time doesn't mean it never will. It's crucial to remember the commitment to yourself and stay focused on the end goal and not giving up when the going gets rough. Lately, I've been repeating this to myself a lot when it comes to math. Just because I don't get it right now doesn't mean I won't get it eventually. It takes time, like all things do, but it's doable. And even though my inner critic tells me I'm dumb and I'll never get better, I have to look to my inner guide and remind myself that I'll get through the rough patch because it's only a rough patch. Even if it feels like it's a whole year, we got this. I find that visualizing my goals helps me stay motivated to actually achieve them. The OnCourse book gives 4 keys for effective visualization, and they are to relax, use present tense, use all 5 senses, and feel the feelings. So whenever I'm feeling a little, doubtful about my major or my career, I start to imagine myself in the future, and I start to think about how I feel when I learn about the environment and how to live more sustainable, and just in general how passionate I am about this and how much I really, really want to go into this. And when I'm doing a difficult math or chemistry problem, I find that this is super helpful because it not only gives me the motivation to finish the problem, but it makes me think long term and big picture. It's only one class. It's not everything. At first, the A-Swim class felt a little redundant because I had been in Gear Up, middle school, and Upward Bound in high school. But after, being in this class for a semester, I realized that Trio really is there to help me, and I just have to be willing to accept the help and ask for help when I need it. And it made me realize that if I put in the work, I will find the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And I just have to keep, accepting personal responsibility, making wise choices, and visualizing my goals so that I can stay motivated. And to myself and to everyone else here, just keep swimming and it will get better. We'll make it. It's only for a semester. Bye, skis.